Hi, it's me RAYAMAJHI from BBC IELTS Center Butwal. If you want to get the best IELTS score, I would like you to visit my YouTube channel to get a lot of information regarding IELTS test preparation. Please do visit my channel. Taking place at BBC IELTS Center Butwal, Milanchowk. My name is RAYAMAJHI. I'm your examiner. And what's your full name, please?
My first name is Anil and my last name is Butwal. Simply you can call me Anil.
Anil, okay.
Yes,
is it your first name?
Yes, sir.
All right. And where do you come from?
Well, I live in Janakinagar. But originally I am from Gulmi.
Gulmi.
I was born in Gulmi and I love my place.
Okay, so what do you do? Are you a student or you work?
Recently I am a student. I am learning English language.
Okay, you're learning English.
Yes, sir.
All right. May I see your passport, please?
Sure, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, Anil. In part 1, in this part of the test, I want to ask you some questions about drinks.
Okay, sir.
Is that fine?
Yes, sir. It's
yeah. Fine. Okay. What do you like to drink with your dinner?
Well, to be honest, my favorite drinks is coffee.
Coffee?
Yes, sir. Because it gives some kind of energy.
It gives you energy,
yes,
or it gives you pleasure?
Both, sir. Energy plus pleasure. And I love to eat drinking coffee. And most of the time I drink coffee in morning time. Whenever I get some less energetic, then I used to drink coffee.
Okay. Do you drink a lot of water every day? Why?
Yes, sir. I always drink water every day because I live.
When do you drink more water? Is that in morning or afternoon or evening time?
Especially I drink in morning time. Looking our health condition, it's too good to drink in morning time. And I live in Butwal. It's so hot.
It's a hot place.
Yes. After half an hour, within half an hour and half an hour, I have to drink water.
Every 30 minutes.
Every 30 minutes.
It means you drink some water.
Yes, sir.
That's good. Do you prefer drinking tea or a coffee?
As I said that I love coffee, so I always prefer to have coffee with my friends.
You don't like tea?
No, sir. Mostly time I drink coffee.
So what about drinking some other cold drinks like Coca-Cola, Sprite, Fanta?
Yeah, there are lots of drinks in market. We can see different brand name drinking items like Coca-Cola, Fanta, Sprite. But to be honest, sir, it's not good for our health. So
it means you're health conscious.
Yes, sir. So I always prefer to drink normal water, or in free time or with friends, I prefer to drink coffee.
Coffee.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if people visit you in your home, what do you usually offer them to drink? Is it normal water, or like you offer them some cold drinks, some sort of cold drinks like, as I said, Coca-Cola, Sprite, or Fanta, like that?
It's depend on condition. It's depend on
the person.
Person who is visiting me.
Yeah.
Mostly.
For example, if I visit your home.
Okay. So. Okay, I will offer you many kind of drinks as you want.
As you want.
Oh,
that's good. That's good. All right. Is it good to drink cold water or hot water?
Normally, if we look our health condition, normal water is best for our health. But in summertime, sometime we can drink cold water to make cold our body. But simply normal water is too good.
What about taking ice cream during the
Ice
summer?
cream, yes, normally we can eat ice cream, but we should not force to our children or to our sisters, brother. Only sometime or some occasionally we can have it.
Okay, that's good. Okay, in part 2. Now in this part of the test, I'm going to give you a topic, okay?
Okay, sir.
I give you a topic. You have 1 minute. You have to prepare a short speech and speak. Is that fine?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Your topic is describe a monument or a sculpture that you like.
Okay.
You should say what this monument is, where this monument is, what it looks like, and explain why you like this monument.
Okay, sir.
You have 1 minute. You can make notes, look at the topic, and you can prepare it. Okay, 1 minute, okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, please start. Okay, now you can start your speech, please.
Okay, sir. Well, I'm gonna describe about the statue of Lord Gautam Buddha. He was born in Lumbini in Nepal, and he is light of Asia, and he is enlightened person in this planet. So there are lots of followers of Gautam Buddha in our country, not only in our country, in all over the world, and many foreigner people are attracted with the Buddhism. And when I was visiting in Lumbini, I saw a big statue of Lord Gautam Buddha. It was so attractive statue. His hair, talking about his hair and his body and his breathing system, his stomach. The statue was exactly perfect according to their according to the meditation way. So I'm quite impressed with this statue, and plus the Buddhism. Whenever I heard this word Buddhism, I feel some kind of peace in my heart, in my mind, and there are some country where only they follow Buddhism, just like in Bhutan. Bhutan is whole the Buddhism country, and there are also lots of big statue. Some has made the statue of Gautam Buddha by using gold or some expensive metal. Yes, and there are many big statue in our country, Lumbini. The statue of Gautam Buddha, not only made by our country, but many other country has also donate money to build the statue of Lord Gautam Buddha, and I prefer everyone to visit once in Lumbini because he is not only a human being, he is known as a god in this planet. So
You like this statue?
yes, so I like this statue. I'm quite
Thank you
impressed.
very much. Good. Okay, in part 3, in this part of the test, we're going to discuss about some topics. Okay, are you ready for that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's first discuss about public monuments, public monuments.
Public
Okay.
monuments.
So what kind of monuments do tourists in your country enjoy visiting? Monuments like temples or monasteries. So what kind of monuments do tourists in your country enjoy visiting?
Well, there are lots of historical places in our country.
Yeah, definitely.
Just I said about the Lumbini and Pasupatinath and Patan Bhaktapur. These all historical places come in our World Heritage Site.
Yeah.
So maximum foreigner people love to visit in this kind of historical place. As I already said that Patan Bhaktapur, Pasupatinath and Muktinath and Lumbini. So it's good to visit in such kind of place because they can grab a maximum knowledge and the history of our country and history of our ancestral lifestyle.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's too good to visit such kind of place.
So why do you think there are often statues of famous people in public places in Nepal, in your country?
Sorry sir, could you please repeat this
So
question?
why do you think there are often statues of famous people in your country in public places?
Because to be honest, we have to respect the such kind of person, just like our Gautam Buddha and Prithviraj Saha, who has united this our nation.
Yeah.
So it's too good to have such kind of statue in different places because that statue it reminds us there was a person who has lived in our country who has done such a kind of good things for our society. So it's good. So
It's good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So do you agree that the old monuments or the historical buildings should be preserved?
Yes, sir, I
Why?
agree. Because when we preserve such kind of thing, after my generation, my
Yeah.
children or my grandchildren, they must know how was our history, was, and how was their lifestyle, how they struggle on their
Oh, you mean to say
difficult
that
time.
like our children, offsprings, they can read the history in
Yes,
such
sir.
monuments
Absolutely.
or buildings?
Absolutely, sir. And it's easy to translate knowledge from some.
Transform.
Yes, sir.
So we can transform the
It's
knowledge.
easy
and
to
information.
transform the knowledge from this kind of
One generation
statues
to another
generation. So.
Wow, that's good. That's good idea. Okay, now let's talk about the architecture.
Okay, sir.
Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
So why is architecture such a popular university subject?
Architecture.
It is taught in universities.
It is taught in university. Looking our country, the architect is, I think, is world famous architect is in Nepal. Looking the history of our country, the Arnico, who has a creative architect mind. He has visited China and Tibet to show his talent of architect, and especially in our Newari culture, we can see the architect of Udon,
Yeah.
different types of Udon handicraft architects. So it is good to taught in university about the architect. It also shapes our culture, our religion. So it should be taught in university.
Okay, in what ways has the design of homes changed in the recent years?
Talking about the current time, the architect is changing day by day because of the modern society, our fast technology. The old architect has been disappear. Slowly, it's going to disappear. But we have to preserve the old architect. But nowadays, only we can see the concrete buildings. Some using only metal to make a window or door.
Yeah.
But it's not good for our society because we are Nepali and we have to save our culture and our architect design.
You mean to say that we still have to save the
Yes,
old
sir.
designs,
Absolutely,
not
sir.
replace with the new modern
No.
ones?
So that is, I think, that is not a good idea for our country, for our culture, for our
Generations, for the
generation.
generations.
Absolutely, sir. So we have to preserve.
So to what extent does the design of buildings, affect the the mood of the people, you know.
Yes.
Is there any relations between the mood of the people and the design of the buildings?
When we see the architect of wooden or some cultural architect, it gives us some kind of freshness, refreshment. But when we see this some concrete building or some metal window door or metal using anything to make something by metal, it's not good to see, or it gives some kind of, I feel some kind of bad vibes. Whenever I see the wooden handicraft or old architect, it gives me a pleasure, and it reminds me, wow, that is the real architect. That was our ancestor work. So I feel to go see the old architect.
So how crucial is it to include, you know, a perfect architecture in our buildings? How important it is to include the good architecture in our buildings?
Yes, it is too.
Why?
It is too important to have such kind of old architect in our building, because whatever I give, whatever I put in my home, simply my family, they are quite attached with that kind of thing. So I have to be careful before design my house, or before buying or purchasing some kind of antique things. So it affects on children's mind.
Do you have any designs in your house?
To be honest, I live in flat, but in my old house, in my place, I have a lot of antique things, and I prefer to collect such kind of antique thing. And I also recommend everyone to just preserve our culture, our heritage, our antique things, because that is a history. It's not only a joke, it's a history. So we have to preserve our every religious and cultural things.
Okay, that's very nice idea.
Yes,
I really respect your idea about it. Okay, thank you very much. This is the end of the test. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
very much. Yes.